Recording button. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So good to see you this morning. We'll start on our seat today. Your right side, right knee folds, left leg will go straight in front of you. Motion of the right side, shake, 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 releasing, releasing, releasing. And front knee, shake, 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 shake. Pulsatory motion to let go of all the habitual holding. And just gently oscillate that hip side to side in the way that you feel right and the left side of your hips will acquainted with that horizontal thread. Okay, right wrist on the top, gentle fist, deepen up breath, relaxing of the shoulder. In front of you we go, then coming now, inhale to the right and exhalation left. This is your inhale and here's your exhalation. Synchronize with the breath first, exhalation, inhale and exhalation. To the right, out to the left before you go to the front. Bending of the elbows, let the elbow motion help you to encompass a wider circle now. The more you go into the space behind you, the more core engagement, right? The more you go forward, the more lower back release. And while we're here, let's let go into gravity. Trust that you let go into gravity. Okay, now we go into releasing lumbar, awareness of the thoracic. Next one, awareness, especially the little request we have, cervical spine. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Letting go of the neck. Really let the cervical spine get the release. Deep breath. Exhalation. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Opposite now, rotation to the left side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Go into the space behind before you go forward. Find breath, find release. Deepen that breath. Exhale, let go. Inhale and exhale. Unfold and release. Wind the width of that circle. Let the elbow go out to the side. There's your exhalation. Inhale, exhale. One more exhalation, release. Upright spine, upright fingers. A little wiggle, wiggle, lengthen, lengthen into the right and the left side. In front of you, there's that exhalation, release, release, release. Inhale, unfold. Exhalation, just halfway down, diagonally forward. Internal now rotation, spiralically like those grapevines climbing up the tree. Internal rotation, so you take your shoulder blades, rib cage, and your intercostal muscles with it. Lengthen, lengthen quite a bit before we descend now, fingers coming down. Two more like this. Inhalation is deep and long. Exhalation, long fingers like the wave coming towards the shore. One more together. Inhale, elevate. And exhalation before you. Fingers down, fingers towards the ground. Halfway forward, inhale, exhalation, fingers away from the shoulder, forward folding, release, release, release. Some of us, a little pulsatory motion, up and down. Some of you, a little oscillation, side to side, right? Elbows are parallel. You can walk your elbows out to the side a little bit. Some of you maybe need a little more of this kind of gyration. Some of you, this kind of gyration. However you work with it, find that very gentle motion to release the body. Like you're constantly, doesn't matter how young you are, you always need some kind of rejuvenation, some kind of regeneration, some kind of release from all your habitual holdings and tension, right? Doesn't matter if your back has been broken, you always need some kind of reconciliation. So on your own now, whichever motion the body is calling for, you offer that. almost like motion the body in the way that you're giving nourishment to the body. Okay, so just close your eyes and be very, very intuitive about it. Okay, when you close the eye, see if you can switch on your inner gazing eye towards the TLJ region. You know where it is, and see if you can go ahead and just meander, initiating the TLJ meandering, like you're going forward, slithering of the spine forward into the space in front of you. Use the slithering factor to come into your forward folding. Okay, just take your time and release into it. Come to that place where you can completely surrender and let go. Chin in, and we connect to the fullness of your breath. Inhalation through your nostril, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to that breath. Front ankle is straight. Relaxing of the elbows. Exhalation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale through your nose, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, hold, hold. Slowly exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold there for a moment. Exhalation, all the rest of it. Inhalation is deep and long, at least 5 counts. Hold at the end of your inhalation. Exhalation, slow, slow, and complete. The end of that exhalation, hold there as well. Next inhalation, rotation, slowly, slowly, returning torso to the upright. Right hand up to the right thigh. Left hand diagonally into the space behind you. Just come to your fingertips. First one, pulsation, 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 releasing the weight of the right knee. Inhalation, through the crown, we go now upstairs. Exhalation, rotation, spiralically, we turn, towards now your elbow behind you. Some of you walk those fingers back just a little more. Okay, deepen that breath. Inhalation, you go searching up. Exhalation, look for the ear, then behind you, spinal twist. Then inhale, elongation into the spine, upright extension. Exhalation, look for that spin, look for that external rotation in the shoulder, in the elbow, in the connection of your rib cage now. Now stay here for a moment, just stay in that central axis and just go for a little bit of this kind of oscillation. Like you're testing out. What is the parameter of my spiralic navigation? Can I deliver a little weight as I lift now my right hip up and out of its socket, right? I want to feel for traction in the front gate of that femur bone there. And with that awareness, see if you can take the other awareness into the corner of your left shoulder. So here, point 1 and point B, they go away from each other. Doesn't matter how far they go away from each other, they're always connected from 1 to 2, point 1 to point B, right? So in all your twisting motion, it's about finding these two opposite ends and they're talking to each other. Okay, I'm going to situate here in this twist. Look for the ear behind you so you start to work with your peripheral vision. Deep breath now. Inhalation into that first corner. Front hip, the edge of your right hip. Exhalation, pull now your left shoulder back. Point 2. Right in the middle of it, there's that huge diagonal space. You're trying to fill in with the way you breathe. Inhalation is deep and long. Exhalation, slow and complete. And see if you can start to work on core engagement as you learn to firm the navel into the back of the spine. Like you're trying to narrow the distance between the navel and the back of your spine. Deepen that breath. And of course, we're always striving for uprightness, right? Inhalation into the right side of that front corner of the right hip. Exhalation, twist and turn. Testing, testing. How is my peripheral vision? How much of the space am I able to see behind me? To my upper left corner, to my lower left corner. Just take a mental note of that. And next inhalation, we return out. Easy does it, center, 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 neutralize. Taking now your front knee, left leg out to the side. This ankle needs to be square, mobility, release, release, release. Horizontal fingers to take the torso into the upright. Exhalation towards the bent knee, towards the right side. Just your first one, just testing here. Inhalation, neutralize. Exhalation, going down, 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 down towards your left. Inhale, center. Exhalation, right side. Now we take up on internal rotation, internal rotation. Fingers are beaming light. Beautiful threads of golden light away from the finger. Like you're reaching out into the world diagonally to your right side. Only the fairies can see those notions. Beautiful streams of light coming out of that finger. One more exhalation. Now we stay. Okay? So of course, if you need to repeat these ones, please just honor that comfort zone. Otherwise, I'm going to keep you here. Can we descend our right elbow down just a little more? Out the edge of the shoulder gets the breath. Breathe in the way that you're introducing light into the whole left side of the rib cage. So even though your upper arm, your shoulder blade is turning inward, but the rib cage slowly, slowly is starting to become a little brighter. It's sort of turning outward. One more deep breath and exhalation. Release for a moment, coming back. That's your inhale. Stay here for a moment. Give it now a little one-sided wiggle, wiggle. You do want to maintain this length. So on your way down to the left side, there's plenty of room for you to work on this one. Bending of the upper elbow. It's a very forgiving arm. Internal rotation, internal rotation, internal rotation. Over and over again, almost like the ripples in the water. One propels the other. Finger rotation, wrist rotation, elbow rotation, shoulder rotation. They're all in it together. Everybody is invited. And you think about this whole thing as a single unit. Elongation, elongation, elongation. Continue with this one, but some of you, we stay now. Deepen that breath. This shoulder is turning in. The rib cage is sort of beaming out, radiant light right here into the side of that rib cage. If the length is here, grabbing hold of outer edge of the upper left foot there. And when that is the case, see, we can mobilize the upper elbow. Now you go for external rotation. External rotation, people, if it doesn't bother your neck to look for the upper elbow, you look for the upper elbow. So this space between your hip and the shoulder, it's almost like you're trying to widen them with the way you breathe. Inhalation, at least 5 counts, right? Hold at the end of your inhalation. Typically, you hold on to that inhalation during the morning practice. Exhalation, slow, slow, and complete. It's a very wave-like motion in the way you breathe, in the way your breath massages every thread of your muscle tissues, your tendons, your ligaments. Exhalation, you release all the tension out. Inhale, you claim a little more light. Inhale, you release. One layer at a time. Learn to release, release, release. Okay, next inhalation, releasing back to the center. Both hands will go up. A little wiggle, wiggle thing. See if we can elongate the rib cage even a little more. Going forward, in front of you, that is your exhalation. Come to the fingertips. Gently, just bend your elbows side to side. Right away, switch on your TLJ way of meandering yourself forward. Keep going forward, walking your fingers forward. Finally, you come to that forward fold. Then deep breath down into the base of your sacrum. Ideally, both edges of your sit bones are grounded. How about your lower back? How about your mid-back? How about that space between your shoulder blades? How about the area along the outer edge of your shoulder blades? Next inhalation, easy does it, returning, coming back to the center. Both legs will be straight, giving a little motion, shaking, 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 shaking. Bending of your knees, you're really pulley, up, really pulley, down, really pulley, in, really pulley, out. We take now, right leg straight, left knee folds, foot towards your inner thigh. Gentle adjustment in that hip, so both sides of your hips are well aligned, right and left side. Okay, front knee, a little pulsatory motion. Both knees, pulsation, find that comfort zone. Use a little elevation if you need to, otherwise left wrist on the top. Soften of the shoulder, exhalation going forward. Start with your left side. This is your inhale, experiencing the space behind. To the right side, experiencing the space in front of you. Tilt the right elbow up a little bit. Go to the left. In behind you, go for it. Tilt the elbow, left elbow up a little higher. You go to the right. And release your wrist forward again. Inhale. Synchronize, exhale, inhale, go into the space in front of you. Now letting go of your cervical spine. Deep breath and exhale, release. Inhale, you claim a little strength. Exhale, you release the tension out. This is your inhale. Here then exhalation. Inhalation, bringing in, exhale, letting go. Make sure your elbows are helping you. Let the elbow travel, circling, almost like you're using this very gentle circle to experience the mobility and stretching in that well-rounded way, all directions. In the muscle tissues that hold your spine, that holds your core. Right? Exhalation. Inhale and exhale. One more on this cycle, letting go. Opposite to your right side. That means tilt your left elbow up a bit higher. Into the space behind you, out to the left. So be very clear in these directions. Your spatial awareness is very clear. And your core navigation. Obviously, there's a lot of massage, churning, nourishing movement for your digestive region. Put your mind to it so you can multiply the benefits of this practice, right? Mid part of your spine gets a little well exercise. Relax your neck. Let's let go of the neck. So the cervical spine becomes very well released in a circular rotation. So the upper, middle, lower part of your spine, every part of your spine is getting that stretch, is getting that mobility, is getting the release. And meanwhile, on your way back, you claim a little strength for all different sectors of the spine. Just a couple more now. Circles start to get wider. Circles start to get bigger. Okay, next inhalation, we release, coming back to the center. Unfold that into an upright extension. Give it a little wiggle, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhalation, and just trying out your first one. Don't overextend yourself just yet. Again, this is your inhale, halfway down, diagonally halfway down. And then activate your ability to find synchronicity in your wrist, elbow, shoulder elongation. So ideally, before you go down, you have already efficiently stretched out your ligaments, your tendons, then the muscle tissues. The tendons takes a little longer time. So just have patience, always practice in a very safe way. Even if you're flexible, you still need to take good care of your body, right? Next exhalation, after you feel like you warmed up enough, fingers down, 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 shoulders coming down. And inhalation, you become like the sun again. Here then, exhalation, walking those fingers just to your fullest extension. Halfway forward, inhale through the mouth, bending of your elbows, release, release, release. So on your own now, some of you side to side, oscillatory motion. Some of you need a little bit of this kind of a pulsatory motion. God knows who or what you hold down to in your muscle tissues, in your ligament, in the fibers of your nerves, right? The body holds on to a lot. So you kind of want to be forgiving about it. You want to be skillful in the way that you release the tension. Some of you, your tension comes from your lower back. So maybe your wiggle needs to come from the base of your hip. Some of you is the hamstring, then just bend your knees slightly. Let the body navigate in that very, very intuitive way. Okay, so come to a place where you can switch on your TLJ awareness. And easy does it. See if we can start to use the mobility of your elbows to help you meander your way down. Almost like you become very watery. Serpent-like motion in your spine. This is how your energy travels. It slithers its way through the channels, right? So see, we can almost imagine you're going with the silkiness of your spine, the silkiness of your tissue. You meander your way down like the way water would. Then inhale halfway up, walk your fingers forward, exhalation, chin. I'm going to keep you here, but please just honor your comfort zone. Do whatever other motion your body is needing. Chin in. I'm going to count the breath for you now. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to that breath. Hold it. To the nostril then. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your breath. Front ankle is square. Exhale all the rest of it. Through your nostril, inhale 1, 2, inhale 3, inhale 4, inhale 5, hold 1, hold 2, hold 3, hold 5, hold. Exhale all the rest of it. Lower back is the breath. Mid back is the breath. Upper back is the breath. See, we can hold at the end of your inhalation and watch the breath as you exhale, slow, slow, and complete. That space between your shoulder blades gets the breath. That space along the outer edge of your shoulder blade gets the breath. Mid back gets the breath. Lower back gets the breath. Sacrum region, how about the sacrum region gets the breath? Before you come out of it, can you have some kind of mobility in your mid-back, especially in the region of your TLJ? That part of the body should always be mobile in your turn at will. Okay, next inhalation, we return now. Left hand to the upper thigh. Right hand diagonally back behind you. Press into those fingers, and that will give you the surge to elongate into the uprightness. Shoulders down, you become a little taller. A little pressure into that left thigh. Exhalation, external rotation in the right elbow and your right shoulder. Twisting, twisting, turn as you look for the ear then behind you, right? Find that breath. Inhalation, find the uprightness of the spine. Exhalation, bending of the back elbow, twist and turn. Peripheral vision is being acknowledged. Fullness of the breath is being acknowledged. Corner 1, front gate of your left hip. Corner 2, front gate of your right shoulder. Left hip and right shoulder. Diagonally connect these two corners together. Then neutralize for a moment. Just use that very, very gentle, intuitive, pulsatory spiral. Testing, testing, testing. What is my comfort zone, right? And of course, those of you who have done this TLJ, circular articulation, you can always go back to that to relubricate everything again. Okay, otherwise just work with this spiralic thing. Twisting, twisting, twisting. See if you can warm up the cartilages a little better. Your synovial fluid, your cartilages, all that appreciates this type of, almost like you're massaging them, making them a little warmer, preparing them for a more extreme kind of a twist, right? Inhale, go up now into the space high above you. Exhalation behind you, looking back. Testing out the fullness of your breath first. The next one, testing out your peripheral vision. How much of the space are you able to see? Your upper corner, upper right corner. How about horizontally back? Take a mental note. How about diagonally down? The mobility of this right arm is always there. The mobility of your spine is always there. The mental awareness of this diagonal thread is very consistent. Your desire to surge up, become a little bit taller is always there. Finding light in the way you breathe. So especially Sunday, you work with light rather than air. Beautiful bright light in the corner of your right shoulder and that left hip. Keep the legs as you exhale, returning now, center again. Walking that right leg diagonally to the side. Okay, motion that leg, pulsation, pulsation, pulsation. A little final tuning adjustment so you know the right and left side of your hips are aligned. Use the horizontal extension to bring now torso into the upright. Exhalation towards the bent knee. Just your first one. Testing, 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 testing. Inhalation, neutral. Exhalation, right side. Internal rotation of the upper arm. Right ankle is straight. Inhale. Over to your left side. Come to just that halfway and use this very regenerative motion to almost like you're massaging in a very forgiving way. You're striving for a little more elongation. Inhale, exhalation. Inhale, give yourself to the left. Inhale, exhale. Fingers, elbow, wrist, relax the neck, relax the shoulder. Out to the left we go. Come to that place, I can keep you hold here. So notice the difference between this one versus, look at the rib cage, this one. There is an opening, even though your right shoulder is doing an internal rotation. Deep breath now, fulfill this whole right side with the way you breathe. Station 1, front gate of your hip flexor, right? Station 2, rib cage. Feel the separation between your ribs as you inhale. Station 3, outer edge of that right shoulder. But if you're used to me, not only you're dividing the 3 station in 3 stations, you also start to divide 3 in each of the stations. So instead of having 3, you might have 5, or you might have 7, or you might have 9 stations. You become a little more refined in your mental articulation in your practice. Okay, keep the length, acknowledge the length that you have just created, and see if we can use that wiggle thing to even accentuate that, what you just created. Keep the length. So on your way down, it's almost effortless. Look at how much lengthier this right side has become. It goes beyond your foot. Left arm over the top ear, and let's have, easy does it. Going down with gravity, but use the spiral. Use the spiral to release the body. Pulsatory motion, something that your synovial fluid, your cartilages can understand, right? There are 3 layers, a very basic 3 layer, your muscle layer, your ligament layer, your tendon layer. They all need slightly different things. Therefore, you're using the spiralic motion to nourish all of them. Come to a place, perhaps you can hold here or continue with this one. If you're holding here, do surrender, come to gravity. Learning to flip the rib cage skyward towards the light, like the flowers and plants, you're drawn to the light. Stay here and find breath. Some of you connection upper hand to the outer edge of the right foot. If that connection is there, mobility of the upper elbow. Like you can mobilize the upper elbow in an external rotation kind of way. And maybe looking up towards that elbow is not a big deal for the neck, then you work with that. The stronger the pose, the deeper your breath. Do the best as you can to make that inhalation become well extended. Exhalation, slow, and complete. So I would say between now and next week, next Sunday, do these a few more sets. So next week I can go into a more different level of these guys with you. We can build on that. Okay. Find that deep breath again. Inhalation, returning. Take both hands with you. One more wiggle, wiggle. Yes, you can always become a bit taller. Absolutely. Going forward now. Lean down with your fingers. Just come to that first edge. Bending of the elbows. Oscillation or pulsatory motion. Come to that place where you can switch on your TOJ articulation. And let's use the elbow motion to help you. We go meandering downward again, chin in. Okay, mid-back starts to get the breath. Lower back will also get the breath. Base of your sacrum will get the breath. So by the way, these guys, second half of the day, that you can implement these things, or evening practice. Most of you have gotten used to practicing with me in the evening, right? So now we don't have live class in the evening. You can do these ones. Just let me know if you like a recording of this. So evening practice, very rejuvenative, very calming, a very nice healing from the day, from the past, a nice way to release, especially approaching your new moon, right? All these practices, sequences are designed to ride on the face of the moon. Next inhalation, easy does it, gently, gently, returning now, coming back to the center. Once you return, both feet going forward, motion of the leg, shaking, 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 lean the shoulders back a bit, then exhalation, coming into your bow diagonally, open up the rib cage, lengthen, lengthen, separate that distance between the torso and the feet, palms together, looking up. Let go of the neck so you're not using your neck to hold you. Activation of the core. Deepen of that breath. Exhalation, I'm going to ask you to catch hold of those ankles coming into your hands and your knees. Okay, hands under the shoulder, knees underneath your hip, side to side oscillation. Switch on your TOJ now, cylindrical mobility. Again, pay attention to how well you can let go of your cervical spine. One breath, one motion. One breath, one motion. Opposite rotation. Pull your belly in with this element. Exhale down. Inhale, engagement of the core. Exhale down. Relax your neck on your own now. Looking at how your hands become almost like the mirror image of your spinal activity. See if you can bring awareness to that. Okay, next inhalation, neutralize, toes will tuck. Tailbone pulls back, elongation in the rib cage. Hover for a moment, go ahead and dive it down. Drive it into your cobra. Exhalation, returning. Okay, on your own now, lift the guys torso forward. Inhale into your cobra. Exhalation, back, toes tucking. Hover for a moment. Exhale, lift it forward into your cobra. And exhalation. One more, exhalation, down. Shoulder blades in into your cobra. And then returning. Toes tucking, downward facing dog. Step your ankles together. Right leg goes now behind you. Squaring of the hip, firming of the back ankle. Bend that right knee, internal rotation. Inhale, puff up. Go slowly. Exhale, right foot down, feet together. Left leg, inhale, behind you. Bend that knee, internal rotation. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Hover your shoulder above your hands. Exhale, feet together. 3 more on each side. I'm going to count for you. 5 counts. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay. Exhale, land. Left side. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, land. Right side, internal rotation. Inhale. Arc it. Yes, exhale. Left side, inhale, arc it. As high as you can reach that knee. Exhale. 1 more on each side. Slowly, slowly pull your belly in. Engagement of your core, please. Exhalation. Left side, inhale, drive those shoulders. Please don't use your neck. Exhalation, returning down. Come forward onto your knees. Half camel, right arm first. First one, please go easy on that spine. Right hand to the sacrum or right hand to the ankle. Left hand comes skyward. Left hand out to the side. Fingers wide. Inhale, half circle. Exhale, another half. Follow your hands if the body allows. Inhale. Yes, exhale. Inhale out to the left. Exhale. Reverse, left side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Then exhale. Third one, inhale. Exhale. Relax the neck. Look over to that hand if you can. Exhalation. Inhale, left hand skyward. Maybe take it behind you. Left hand coming skyward first. Exhale, right hand will follow you. Catch hold then of your upper arms. Hang on, why don't I release your back here real quick. Right hand to the middle. Left hand goes vertically skyward. Exhalation, left hand comes underneath your right shoulder. Spinal twist again. Right arm over the top ear and drop the rib cage down. Deep breath into the right side of the rib cage. Thighs are rather vertical. Right side of the rib cage gets the breath. Try to end that inhalation a little bit slower. Try to make your inhalation rather complete. Good, next inhalation, returning. Catching hold of your upper arms. Measure the arm distance. Option 1, forearms are parallel. Option 2, interlacing of the fingers. Puff it between your shoulder blades. Toes tucking, exhalation, knees off the floor. Stepping your ankles together, walk your feet as close towards the elbow as you can. Okay, right foot now, internal rotation. Behind you first. Inhale, knee out to the side. Puff up. Exhale, feet together. Left side, inhale, left knee out. Go slowly. Exhale, feet together. Right leg behind you. Inhale, arc it. Have patience. Exhale down. Left side, inhale. Out to the left. Exhale. 2 more on each side. Right side, inhale, internal rotation. Exhale. Left side behind you. Internal rotation. Exhale. Last set. Right side, inhale. Exhale. Use the core, please. Left side, inhale. Exhale. Come to your knees. Left hand skyward. Half camel. Left hand to the sacrum or left hand to the ankle. Right hand goes vertically skyward. Look at that right hand. Spread your hands out to the right. Look at your hand. So your cervical spine gets the spiral twist. Then external rotation. Inhale, out to the right. Fingers wide. Exhale, look at that hand. Inhale, open circle. Exhale, the other half. Third one, inhale. Tailbone forward, please. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Yes, exhale. Reverse, out to the right. Inhale. Follow the hand, exhale. Just do your best. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right hand skyward. Maybe behind you. Exhale, right hand first. Left hand follows. Left palms down. Middle. Right hand skyward, fingers wide. Spinal twist. Right arm under the shoulder. Thighs are vertical. Left arm over the top ear. Dropping the rib cage down. Testing, testing, breath awareness, please. Fullness of your inhalation has been dictated. Exhalation slow and complete. At the end of the exhalation, please firm the navel in. Next inhalation, slowly release. Once you return, closing hold of your ankles. That will give you the transition to come to your seat. Okay, we go. Really pulley, up. Really pulley, down. Feet goes and your hands skyward this time. Up and down. Start to utilize your core together with all the leg work that you have just cultivated. Lie on your back on your next one. Separation of your feet. Feet will be hip distance apart. Interlacing of your fingers behind your head. Pressing out now into the balls of your feet. Deep breath through your nostril. Hold on to that breath. Curl your tailbone skyward. Exhale, head and chest off the floor. Strong footwork. Look down to the navel. Tailbone up as you pull your belly in. No breath. Hold it. Inhale, center. Back to neutral. Articulation of that tailbone is important. Exhale, articulation of your spine is important. That means you can curl up your spine at will. Upper back, mid back, plus the core engagement, you should be able to elevate your shoulder blades off the floor. Then inhale. So if that articulation is not there, please work with your TOJ, cylindrical mobility a little more. Okay, tailbone skyward. Head and chest off the floor. Your hands are barely pulling on your neck, right? It's the articulation of the spine, the strength of your core that brings you up here. Especially when I ask you to stay. It's more in the core and your spinal articulation. Inhale, head comes down. One more together. Hold your breath. Curl tailbone, push out into the feet. Exhalation, round your spine. Your hands are not pulling on your head, right? Chin in, navel in, squeeze the belly down, no breath. Hold it, then inhalation, returning. Exhalation, line of your feet. Feet should be then hip distance apart. Turn the palms out. Exhalation, just halfway up into that bridge. Right? Hands to two corners of your hip. Can you start to gyrate your hip in your figure eight? So right hip, one cycle, take it to the left hip, another cycle. Use the figure eight to work on neutralizing that straddle you just had. A little gentle articulation in the base of your SI joint there. Okay, go ahead and reverse your figure eight. Meanwhile, feel the four corners of your feet. Feel the mobility in your femur joints. How you massage the head of the femur into your acetabulum socket there. Feel that mobility here. Okay, next exhalation, tailbone skyward. Gather then your feet closer, your elbow also a little closer towards each other. Okay, find your breath. Inhalation, ribcage should start to expand. Exhalation, secure the four corners of your feet. Can we curl that tailbone skyward? So again, your back bend also depends on how well you can mobilize the articulation of your SI joint, correct? And how well you can deliver the breath into the necessary place. Otherwise, you're always muscling in. Inhale into the two corners of your lungs, upper corner of your lungs. Remember that clavicular breath you've been working on last month. Clavicular area, solar plexus area becomes nice and bright in all of your back bends. Exhalation, sacrum, hip curling of the tailbone articulation going on quite a bit. One more deep breath. Tailbone skyward, rounding down upper back, rounding down mid back, lower back is the very last one, then to return. Knees towards the torso, pulsation, 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 pulsation. So next inhalation, we go up and down, right? Inhaling up, exhale back. Remember you came from this one before. Deep breath, exhalation, release. Inhale, we pop up into your boat again. That's your inhale. Ready? Exhale back. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. So just a different way for you to encourage your core to be well articulated. Three more together. This is your inhale. That's your exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. On your next one, cross hold of your ankles. That will give you the transition to come to your hands and your knees again. Okay, right hand first. Your second half camel. To the sacrum or to the right foot. Exhale, left hand will follow you. Looking at that left hand. Stay here or take that hand also behind you. Sacrum or your ankle. Tailbone forward, lean the head back and breathe. This is exactly how you would have breathed in your bridge just now. Two corners of your upper chest gets the breath. Exhalation, tailbone articulation. It really means your ability to mobilize your sacred plate. So that's going to be your figure eight articulation. Let go of the neck, Inhale, left hand first. Exhale, right hand follows. Catch hold then of your upper arm to measure your arm distance. Interlacing of the fingers, take your head between your hands. Toes tucking. Okay, crown into the ground, knees off the floor. Walk your feet towards your elbows. Navel in, core engagement. There's no rush. But I'm going to ask you to elevate right foot off the floor. Stay here for a moment. Square your hip, please. Your first one, so just give it a try. Can you firm that leg down? Firm that leg down. Now we go left foot off the floor. Firm that left foot off the floor, please. Squaring of your hip, please. Very, very nice, Carol. Look at that. Oh, a little too fast. Okay. Gently, gently. Go ahead and slowly, slowly come down. I have my eye on you. I'm on to you. Okay, watch this real quick. I'm on to you. Okay, so next one. Right leg skyward. Use this foot to firm the lower foot off the floor. Bend that lower knee, right leg out to the side. There's your straddle. There's all that side jani shishasana you did before. There's your straddle. That's your inhale. That is your exhalation. Coming back to that same place. You came from step 1, step 2, step 3, back to step 4. Okay, hang on. So then you go step 1, switching leg, switching side. Step 1, step 2. This is exactly what you did in the very early class. You went to here, and then you come back again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, back to where you just came from. Okay, so this is why for a long time I would say, please don't kick up, because once you kick up, you already lose your core. Without the core, you're all on your neck. You're like really learning to practice in a way that's full of will and full of force. So stay close to all that you have just cultivated earlier, learning to elongate here, learning to breathe there when your legs are like this, learning to hold down to your core when your legs are out in straddle. Let's try together, just do your best. Have a wall handy next to you if you need it. I'll walk you through it. Okay, let's try. Catch hold of your upper arm to measure your arm distance. Fingers in the legs, crown between your hands, and toes tucking. Inhale, knees off the floor. Exhale, step your feet closer into the elbow. Easy does it. Your hip alignment is crucial on your way up. Right leg first. Firm, firm, firm. Squeeze into the upper leg. Stay here for me. Squaring of your hip. You can't do enough refinement. I'm sorry. It's just an over and over again thing. Okay, elevate, right knee bent. Sorry, left knee bent, right foot off the floor. Stay here, find your midline. Inhale, left foot off the side, straddle. Exhale, left leg before you, right leg above you. Stay, square your hip. Switching side. Right leg down, left foot skyward. Inhale, right knee bend, left leg straight out to the side. Inhale, right leg out, straddle. Exhale, right leg in front of your face, left leg skyward. Inhale, both feet out to the side, straddle. Stay here for me. Articulation of your feet are important. Join now your ankles together before you take your feet down, your knees down. Once you return, thighs are vertical. Left hand skyward. Right on the headstand energy, take it into your back bend. Right arm skyward or behind you, or take it to your sacrum or your ankle. Pull up now through the two corners of your shoulders. Exhale, sacrum articulation, tailbone forward. Lean the head back and learn to breathe. Inhalation is deep and long. Collarbones in your solar plexus. That's not your belly. Exhale, tailbone forward some. One more deep breath. Right hand first. Left hand in front of you. Straddle your knees, turn the ankles out to the side. You come into your frog. Okay, take the elbows down. Let's add your cervical release with this hip rotation, hip opening. Okay, left hand holds the base of your chin. Right hand holds the back of your skull. You have a cervical twist. Relax the back of your skull into your right hand and breathe into the base of your hip. If this is too much, narrow your knees a little closer, please. One more deep breath. Exhalation, chin to the right. Left hand holds the base of your skull. And breathe. Next inhalation, easy does it. Neutralize. Once you neutralize, close hold of your ankles. That will give you the transition to come to your seat. Okay, right leg straight, left knee towards the body. Strap or your right hand, strap to the foot or right hand to the outer edge of the left foot. Ready? Side extension. You had this a week or two ago. Out to the left with your left foot. Left arm between your hand and the leg. Okay, option one, you stay here. Option two, bend that right knee. If you have that right leg straight, please imagine that you're pushing into something tangible, or situate that right foot up against something. So you're literally pushing into something tangible. Deep breath. So this is the same breath you had it in the beginning of the class. Out the edge of the right shoulder. Corner 1. Corner 2, lower edge of the rib cage. Find breath there. Third corner is front gate of your right hip. If you have that right knee folded, see if you can mobilize that right knee like it's going out to the right a little bit. Meanwhile, your left foot is actively either hanging onto your right hand or hanging onto the strap. Deepen that breath. Okay, release, keep the strap or your hand there. Take that foot skyward for me. Lower leg stretch forward, out to the, away from the tailbone. Now we enter spinal twist. Left foot over towards your right side. Hand or strap. Left hand away from the body. Reposition that lower leg so that it's evenly squared, your hip are square. Look towards your left hand, and now we breathe. Eventually, the left shoulder will come towards the ground. Have a look at the upper hand there. Take the elbow and your left hand slightly off the floor. Now, wrist rotation. Use your finger to help you. Internal rotation of the wrist. External rotation of the wrist. Let your fingertips participate, please. Lubrication of your finger joints. Don't forget about those. Spread your left hand open out to the left before you relax them down. Eyes closed. Just one spot you focus on. And remember, you're breathing in light, not air. Next inhalation. Gently neutralize to return. Shake out that upper foot, your left foot really well. So your whole leg, including the base of the sacrum, gets the release. Pressing that foot skyward first before you take that foot downward. Bending of the right knee towards you. Right hand, brace that shin in so your left hand can catch hold of the foot. Left hand or strap holds onto the foot. Right leg out to the side. Right arm between your left arm and that right leg. Use a strap if you need to. Some of you bend that lower knee, will give you a little leverage to take that right leg out to the side. So option 1, left knee is folded. Option 2, left leg is straight. Position your right hand wherever it's going to be helpful for you. Either helping the right leg or helping your left leg, or rest your right hand over to the rib cage and learn to breathe there. Straight leg people, on the exhalation, press that lower foot. away from the tailbone. Bend knee, people. On your exhalation, pivot that knee gently away from the navel. Once you get that breath going, right foot becomes more decisive. The right foot is hanging onto the strap or hanging onto your left hand. Still striving for the fullness of your breath every step of the way. Focusing on your inhalation during your morning practice. Focusing on your exhalation during the evening practice. Stay here, easy transition, returning the upper foot, your right leg skyward, stretching that lower leg straight. Pivot out to the left, adjustment in your hip so that you're sort of sleeping on your outer edge of your left hip. Right leg out to the left, you have your spinal twist. Right hand to the side and look toward the right hand. Take an effort to straighten that lower leg even a little bit further. Now we breathe into the right side of the rib cage. Turn the navel in as you exhale. Look towards your right hand. Take the right hand slightly off the floor. Take the right elbow slightly off the floor. Internal rotation of that wrist. Do it very precisely. Allow your fingers to come with. External rotation of that wrist. Spreading your fingers wide, pull those fingers away from the shoulder before you release your hand down. Eyes closed, deepen the breath in. Relax your facial muscles already. Let that inhalation brighten up the whole right side of the rib cage. Learn to seal your energy as you exhale every time. Physically, it feels like you're firming your core in. Mentally, you hang on to that inspiration that you just welcome. Inhalation, it's like you're catching hold of the inspiration, something bright, something beautiful, something new. Exhalation, you seal that, you recognize that, you hang on to that. Then in your meditative practice, you go back to all that you have accumulated from your practice. And then you go over them, you re-examine them. You ask yourself questions about how and why and what to do with all these inspiration and aspiration that come to you during the practice. You think about things, you reflect on things, and you hang on, you remember what you learned, what came to you. This is yoga. Stretching, training the body is a very elementary thing. but it does come with a lot of materials that you can process in your meditative life. Next inhalation, with that same awareness, bring that leg into the straight extension. Bend that knee slightly, release your hand. Shake out that foot really well first. Press the heel of the foot skyward before you take that foot down. Okay. Curl your tailbone off the floor. Elongation in the sacrum before you release it down. Go ahead and interlace your hands behind your head. Raise hold of the back of your neck with your thumb. Separate your thumb out to the side. Okay, now gently, kind of just pulsate your head up and down slightly. Right? Feel connection between your head and your hands. Now gently, side to side oscillation. Give the back of your neck a little chance to relax into your hands. Chin in slightly. Okay. You gotta learn how to let go of your head into your hand. I know it's a funny feeling, but before too long, you feel the weight of your skull in your palms. Chin in. Okay, if you're used to it, from the side to side oscillation, it goes into a very, very gentle figure eight. It's not the head that's turning, but it's your hand that weaves in the mid-air, side to side, in a very thin figure eight fashion. After this set, come to the middle, elbows to the side. Feel the weight of your own skull in your hands. Now pull then the base of your occipital skull away from the sternum. Every step of the way, you want to test yourself to see if you can really relax your head between your palms. Then gently, gently release the base of your skull onto the ground. Make sure the shoulder blades are nice and even when you release your head down. Flexion of your ankles. Relax the base of your shin, your knees. Body should be in a complete even position. Eyes closed, and we breathe. It's not the breath, it's not the air, it's not the prana, but it's the light that you breathe in. Through the pores of your skin, the follicles of your hair, the arch of your feet, the center of your hands, the tip of your fingers, the edge of your toes, you breathe. Light, sparkling sunlight. Facial muscles completely relaxed, especially the muscles around your eyes, the bridge of your nose, the flesh of your lips, the base of your jaw. Relax your throat, the back of your tongue. You almost can feel like your ears are relaxing, falling back. Come to that place where you feel like you're not really breathing through the nostril, breathing light through the pores of your skin, breathing light into every single cell of your body. your whole body should become like a breathing organ, not just the nostrils anymore. So gently, slowly, awareness, back to your fingers, back to your toes, back to your hands and your feet. Gently, we guide the knees to come towards the body. Just slowly, either come to the side or returning, coming back into your seat. However you return, once you come to the upright, already give yourself into the space behind, right, left, space above and beneath. Okay, eyes closed, unfold. Remembrance of that which is good. Feel like you're reaching for your highest good. And here midline, keep us high in spirit. You channel that good into your spirit. Second circle, remembrance of that which is beautiful. In your mind's eyes, you fill yourself with that which is beautiful. It's the salvation of mortal men. You taking that beauty into your soul arena. Third circles, remembrance of that which is dear. In your mind's eyes, you see that which is dear. Will be happiness if it remains alive. Remember, it takes you to make that alive, that which is dear. And finally, last one, remembrance of the one. Remembrance of the one, of the light, of that truth, of your true value. And Silda is still the best thing I know. Land that towards the inner seam of your frame. Okay. Your last circle. Inhale. That beautiful sphere you mark for yourself. All the good things, beautiful things, the most dear, endearing things, the most truthful things. So seal that. Almost like a container, just these few things. Sometimes it takes a very long time to go over and over and over and over them. But there's just really very, very few things that's worth keeping. And in your meditative life, you process them, you think about them, and you take that few thing within your heart. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your time together. Now I send you out into the world. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you for your attention. Focus. Good job, everyone.